Hello, I am Jasmine Jimenez. I would like to thank the Judiciary 2 Committee for allowing me to testify today. I am testifying on behalf of House Bill 4764 for Jasmine's Law. Jasmine's Law was inspired by my testimony. My testimony is one that involves a story of child sexual abuse. When I was 11 years old, I became a victim of child sexual abuse when my cousin violated me. When he violated me in that grave way, I lost my innocence and in many senses my childhood. Today, you see me as a young, mature young lady with great ambitions and hope for the future. But it is despite of what happened to me at 11 years old that I am where I am today and that I am who I am today. If it were not for the great support of my mother and my faith of God, I would be in a much different place. I would not be testifying to you today from my university, Washington and Lee, but most likely from a homeless shelter, or possibly as a prostitute, or addicted to drugs to escape the pain that comes with child sexual abuse. I'm not asking you today to vote for Jasmine's Law because of my testimony, but because child sexual abuse is an epidemic in this country. I am only one of millions of victims of child sexual abuse. Unfortunately, many victims feel so much blame, despair, and confusion, especially children, that they don't have the voice to speak up for themselves. And I am here today to be that voice, to share the message of the victim. For you are in the power, granted to you by the people's vote, by the Constitution of Illinois, and by the United States Constitution, to represent the people. And I want to help you in that mission by showing you what it is that the people desperately need. And at this time, that is to protect the children. The children need you. They need you desperately, and this is a plea that I give to you and I offer to you on the behalf of the children. We know child sexual abuse is a problem because there are over 24,000 child sexual perpetrators. And of that number, 19,000, roughly 80%, are child sexual predators. And this is Lake County alone, just one of the many counties in Illinois, that the average sentencing for child sexual predators, that's right, child sexual predators, was 2.5 years. Punishment is meant to serve three purposes. 1, to deter crime. 2.5 years does not send a message of deterring that type of crime. We know this because the average sexual predator has 100 victims, and sexual predators have the highest recidivism rate, which goes to the second purpose of the law and of our criminal justice system, which is to serve out punishment for the crime, not only to deter it in the future, but to prevent it from today occurring, and to serve justice, which is the third purpose that the law and our criminal justice system is supposed to serve. 2.5 years, and the laws that we currently have on the sentencing for child sexual offenders are clearly not meeting any one of those three criteria. This is an enormous problem, and we need to make a change. What I am offering you today is statistics, philosophy, words. You know far better than I that actions speak louder than words. Actions send a very clear message, clearer than I can articulate to you today. What kind of a message will we be sending to children if we know there's a problem? We are presented with the opportunity to fix the problem, House Bill 4764, and we do nothing about the problem. We do not make an effort to pass this bill to protect the children. The only purpose that this bill was created for was for the children. This is not a political move. This is not for political gains. I'm 19 years old. I have nothing to gain from this law other than knowing that I was aware of a problem, of an issue. I did something about it because I had support and I used resources, and I was willing to sacrifice my time, my emotional, mental state, to sacrifice all that in the sense to drain myself, because this issue is a very draining issue. To talk about child sexual abuse is not an easy thing to do, and that's why many victims stay silent. But I want to end the silence. I want to start a new path, a path of survivors, but we can't do that if we keep victimizing the victim. If 2.5 years isn't enough to serve justice, then the justice system is just re-victimizing the victim, and they remain silent. I ask, I plead, I beg of you to vote for House Bill 4764. I apologize today if in any way my lack of articulation interfered with the message that I'm trying to send. But I assure you, the message is very clear. It's very simple. It's black and white. And if you get anything else, if you don't get anything else besides what I'm trying to tell you right now, it's just simply this: that our children need you. You're in a position to help them. If we don't do anything about it now, things will only get worse. Not choosing to act cannot be an option, because then there will be millions and millions and millions of more victims. That's not something I want on my conscience, and I know that's not what the message that we want to send, neither in Springfield or in the United States. So please, I ask on behalf of the children who are not able to speak for themselves today, to vote for House Bill 4764. Thank you. Thank you for your time.